Hey guys, it's Jaden from Tech for Days, and today we're here with the D-Link Wi-Fi camera. It's a day and night Wi-Fi camera that has some pretty cool features that I am excited to go over and review today. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this and check out this awesome camera. So first up, we have a list of features and icons on the back. So it's a day and night camera that can see up to 15 feet in the dark, which is awesome. It has flexible connectivity for wired and wireless connections. Now I already set this guy up and there's actually nothing in here, and I'll show you guys why in a few minutes. But we can still go over the features and talk about the product. One thing about the flexible connectivity is that it is the most difficult camera to set up ever. I had a terrible experience trying to get this thing set up. It took me about a good 30 minutes just to get one camera set up. And I couldn't imagine if I bought more of these, so it would kind of be a bad thing. And I couldn't necessarily recommend this camera if you weren't great at technology already, which is kind of unfortunate. I hope D-Link will eventually make it a little bit easier, and I think it's because their app to actually set up the camera is a little bit faulty. So let's go ahead and continue on. So we have motion detection, so it reacts and gives you an alert when it determines any kind of motion to your mobile device. It has a digital zoom so you can see every detail of what's going on in your house or wherever you have this camera located. It's an easy setup, which is definitely not an easy setup at this moment, and it has remote viewing so I can view it from my phone or any tablet. Now you have some minimum requirements that I'll just leave here for a few seconds if you guys really want to go ahead and check that, but basically anything's compatible because nothing is really that slow unless you're really outdated. Now over to the other side, you just have, some nice graphics and such, and they show that the camera is very clear, but I don't think it's that clear, and it says it's in 1480p, which is weird because mine's at 240p and I can't even change it. So I hope that somehow there'll be a feature that you can change the resolution eventually. Maybe it depends on the lighting, not sure just yet. And then over here it just has setup in seconds, which is not very easy. At least with mobile devices, it's not easy. And you can view on laptops and such. So what's in the box is obviously we get the camera. It's the DCS-934L. It has an Ethernet cable, an AC power adapter, and a quick install guide. Now to the back, we have some more samples of what you'll see and the uses for this camera, so you can keep an eye on your dog or anything like that. So we have some more stuff. So it says enable motion detection, and it's going to send you automatic alerts, which might be annoying because, if you have a dog, then it's going to alert you every second if your dog's walking around. And you can save snapshots of what you're viewing directly to your phone. So even if you have the cute little doggy picture, you can save it to your phone, which is kind of cool. And pinch to zoom to make a closer look if I didn't go over that. And again, view your Wi-Fi cameras anywhere. So enough of all this blab. Let's go ahead and see how this guy works. So you do need to download the D-Link app to actually view them remotely. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and I can see my camera. Oops, got an email. And I can see what's going on in my house, or at least where I have this camera located. So sometimes it does get stuck in the loading area and it waits and waits. So you do have to wait a little bit. One of the main features is viewing your camera, and it's often really hard to do this, especially if you have a wired connection. So I'm not very happy with it right now, but when I do get it to work, it's pretty awesome. So I'm pretty excited for when D-Link does get this fixed, but right now it doesn't even have native support for the resolutions of the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus screens. That's how outdated it is. So they clearly moved on to other and better products. So I suggest checking out some of their newer stuff, or maybe just going with a whole different brand entirely. So if I get this thing working, we can check out what this thing can do. Okay guys, so I finally got it to work, and it's in a 240p setting right now, and right now we're looking at my little brother's room. He was there playing video games, so I was kind of eavesdropping on his conversations, and it was pretty funny actually. So here's that little screenshot button I was talking about. Boom, you can save it to your camera roll, and here's the resolution. So it's in 240p right now, and this is the night mode, which is why it's been in black and white, which is kind of cool. And you can also listen to audio, but right now there's just static. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's just static because nobody's up there right now. I was spying on him earlier. And then you can change the mode to daylight. So we'll go ahead and do that. And there's also an auto mode, so it depends on, if there's lights on. But if the auto mode was on, this would actually be the night mode as I had it on, since there's no lights on up there. But you can see that the sun's peeking in and stuff, so it's a pretty nice and detailed camera. So I'm going to just put it on auto and see what it does. It's probably going to switch back soon. Yep, switchbacks, and then you can see everything in the room. You can see the curtains, which is really awesome. And you also have an info button, so it lets you know what the bit rate is, what the frame rate is. And right now I'm getting around 30 frames per second, which is kind of cool. And it tells me that the audio stream is muted because nobody's up there. The exact resolution, so 320 by 240, and my D-Link number and all of that information, which I don't think is too important, and the device name, the model name, all of that. So that's awesome. Now you can hook up a bunch of these and you can view different parts of your home, which is kind of cool, and I definitely like that. So I'm liking that I don't have to keep it connected to my router. However, if you do have a D-Link router, it's called a cloud router that you're going to want to get if you get this camera, because that helps you to connect really quickly. Now, if you have a regular router, it's pretty difficult, and that's where you have a lot of the problems while setting up mobilely and even on the computer. Okay guys, so here's where I positioned my little guy. I put him back in my room, and it's cool because I can guard my tech products. I can see who's touching them or who's looking at them, and it's really awesome. And the resolution looks pretty good for being 240p on the phone. It looks pretty awesome, and as you can see, it's very thin, and it's fully adjustable, so you can move it up and down, side to side. And right now it's live, so there's a green light on, so it's connected to my internet. It did take a while to actually figure out how to use it and such, but right now it's pretty awesome. And you can also mount it. You can take it out of this little Hollister. You can mount it on a wall, all kinds of things. There's different places you can put them, which is awesome. And I love how small and light they are because it just makes it easier to use, easier to place, and easier to hide. And if you guys didn't hear that click, that means it just switched into, I think, night vision mode, because I think the reflection just messed it up. But if I put it back in the light, I'm pretty sure it's gonna flick again into a different mode. It's really cool how it switches lenses and such. I really enjoy using this product, and I can definitely recommend it. I mean, I did say earlier that it was pretty difficult to use, but it is difficult to use. But once you actually have it set up and everything, if you're gonna buy these, just be prepared to be sitting around and trying to figure it out to connect all of your different cameras, because it's gonna be kind of difficult. So, you know, just be prepared for it. They are at a pretty affordable price, and I can definitely recommend them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please give it a thumbs up if you thought it was cool or helpful, or you enjoyed it. And please subscribe for more cool content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.